Good morning and welcome to another episode of Coffee with the Librarian. I almost said listening conversations. I'm glad I didn't do that.
You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
I know. Today is June 1st, 2026. And for those of you who don't know, if you live under a rock, this month in June is Father's Day.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Big round for the daddies. Big round for the daddies. Somebody said it's Gemini season in the back, I don't know nothing outside Taurus season. Okay, let's go. As you guys know, summer reading program is in full swing here at Clayton County Library System. Please go to our calendar of events on our website, claytonpl.org, to find out where you can take your kids. Oh, guess what?
What happened?
Guess what happened today?
What happened today?
The lunch program started today.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Tell them about it. Tell them a little about it.
Well, if you have a baby, well, no, I was corrected last time. If you have a toddler to 18, as long as they can chew their own food, they can come to the library to get a free lunch. Lunch starts at 12, and that is from 12 to 2. And then from 2:15 to 3:15, they get to get a snack. So you get one meal and a snack for free at the library system, as long as you're toddler to 18.
Certain days of the week that's available.
It is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Look, I have too much fun. Okay. Outside of that, let me think. Do we have anything else going on this month?
We got a lot going on all the time, but the summer reading program kickoffs, if our branches haven't already had theirs, they will be coming up soon. So the full calendar of events and performers that are going to be available, stay tuned because it's all good stuff.
I do believe the last summer reading kickoff is tomorrow.
Okay,
at
great.
Northwest. Tomorrow at Northwest is the last summer reading kickoff party. After that, it's just come on in and enjoy the programs. The festivities, we have some awesome stuff going on, like our director said. So, without anything else from me, hey, honey.
Good morning. What's
going?
I'm well. How are you?
I am fabulous.
Good. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How we doing? Good. Everybody good on this Monday morning?
Yes.
Isn't it amazing how time is flying? We are now into June.
Yes.
Isn't that something?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, thank you all for tuning in. Again, I am Scott Parham. I am the director for the Clayton County Library System. And thank you all for joining us for another episode of Coffee with the Librarian. And I'm always excited about the guests that we have on our show. And this morning, again, is a friend, is a colleague, is someone who we've worked with the library system and part of other county organizations. But we are delighted to have Ms. Ciara Dunn with us this morning. And she is the administrator for the Youth Services Department for Clayton County. So give her a round of applause.
Good morning, and thank you for having me here today.
Absolutely. I know we've been talking for a while about getting you on here, and
time is here.
There it is. So tell everybody about you and a little bit about your background before we jump into some of the questions.
Okay. My name is Ciara Dunn. I do serve as administrator for the Clayton County Office of Youth Services. I have been in the county for about 5 and a half years, and have been in my role for about 2.5 years. Our department provides programs and services to youth ages 14 to 24, and we serve as a resource hub. So I have worked in different sectors in the school setting, as well as nonprofit with Habitat for Humanity. Okay. So I have moved around and done a lot, but I think this is my home.
Nice, very nice. So what inspired you to start working with young people or the youth in Clayton County?
So working with youth, I started off at Clayton State University. I joined a program called AmeriCorps. And so AmeriCorps is a federal agency for national service and volunteering. And so during that time, we had to complete 8 hours of community service. And so the branch of AmeriCorps that I was in pretty much is a local service programs that designed to meet critical community needs. And so that community need at the time was in the Clayton County high schools. So tutoring in math, science, and ELA. So I was a math tutor in one of the high schools in Clayton County during college. And so we had to volunteer and tutor in the schools 20 hours a week, as well as do 5 hours of outside community service. So I was tutoring 11th and 12th graders. And from there, each job that I have participated in revolved around youth. Like I knew I had a passion for youth from being in AmeriCorps and just working at Habitat for Humanity. I started a youth program there, a summer camp, working at the schools. I always had a desk in the front office for those kids who got put out of class. So we kind of, okay, it's time to do your work. Let's do your work, and just having those open conversations with youth. So
very nice, very nice. During that period, were there certain challenges that you saw repeatedly with some of the students that you worked with?
A lot of students just needed a listening ear.
Okay.
Sometimes students feel misunderstood, not heard. And so just being that listening ear was the biggest thing for me. And some of those biggest challenges that I feel like youth face in Clayton County, I could answer that question in kind of 3 parts.
Okay.
Because that same question is asked to youth as they apply to become a Clayton County Youth Commissioner.
Okay.
And so from a youth perspective, some of those issues, they say mental health, peer pressure and navigating influences, limited creative outlets, not being heard enough, academic pressure from school, self-image due to social media, gun violence, unhealthy relationships, lack of conflict resolution and communication, pressure to contribute financially to households at a young age,
Oh, wow.
and limited access to extracurricular activities due to cost. And the list can go on, but these are answers coming from our youth here in Clayton County. And so when I was a part of Leadership Clayton Best Class Ever class of 2025, shout out to us. One of our class projects was to, all of us had a passion for youth. And so after interviewing and talking to staff at the school system, we know that there was a need for more soft skills training.
Okay.
And so that is a big thing. And so I did a class for soft skills for the work-based learning students a year ago. And so I asked them, what is the biggest challenge? And they mentioned time management. And so they just can't get there on time. But from my perspective, one of the biggest things is awareness of the resources that are available to youth. Because a lot of times youth say, well, we don't have nothing to do, but there are so many resources here in Clayton County. So just advocating and telling them what the resources are available and how to gain those resources, as well as I've had youth to express to us that they aren't ready for adulthood.
Neither
So we prepare them for graduation and prepare them for that next grade level. But after graduation, they're not ready for adulthood. It's tough out here.
Man, my middle son, who is 29, says, Dad, adult life be adulting. I'm like, every day. Well, you mentioned something a minute ago, and we may get to it later in the questions, but if you can, talk about the youth commissioners for a minute, because I think it is a special program, special group of young folks that you've been working with for a while. And I'd like to highlight that and give them some shine.
Yes. So the Youth Commission is a group made up of 30 high school students here in Clayton County. And so they have to be 9th, 10th, 11th, or 12th grade. They could be homeschool, they could be in school or private school. And these students are dedicated to serving their peers, doing some community service, learning how their community is ran, how Clayton County community is ran, being a voice for their peers, and just giving back to their community.
Very nice. How does one become a commissioner?
So applications, yes. Mm-hmm. So applications for the Youth Commission open March 1st through 31st. And a part of that application is getting 2 letters of recommendation, as well as completing an essay identifying 3 issues youth face in Clayton County, in which we just covered some of those answers. And so after that, they are interviewed by a panel of youth, which is the current youth commissioners, so 30.
Nice.
And then after that, they are selected. Once they're selected to become a youth commissioner, they go through an 8-week summer leadership training. So learning how the county is ran. So they hear from finance, they hear from central services, they hear from the actual commissioners, they hear from elections, parks and recreation, library services, and they hear from all the departments within the county to learn how the department is ran. because you can't serve your community if you don't know what decisions are being made or how to serve.
Right.
And so they actually attend Board of Commissioners meetings because we know a lot of adults don't attend meetings, but that is one of the requirements to be civically engaged.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm going to pivot for a minute and talking about the commission and all of the departments and the commissioners that they are um, able to meet and talk with. Are there mentorship? Is there a mentorship aspect of your program or the youth commission or just the department as a whole?
So yes, in a way, yes.
Okay.
So we have some of our returning youth commissioners because each year our youth commissioners have to reapply.
Mm.
And so some of our seasoned youth commissioners kind of mentor some of our younger youth commissioners, showing them the ropes of what the youth commission is all about. And then once they become seniors, we do like an adopt a senior program because we know it takes a village to raise our kids. And because we are a department, we don't offer scholarships, but we do allow partner with different departments in order for them to adopt one of our seniors and kind of show them the ropes a little bit more of their department, kind of give advice and different things like that, as well as present them with a token of appreciation, a token of love, and hopes that they, have what they need for the next step in life.
Absolutely. It was a wonderful gala also that was put on. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what resources are available for teens or young folks academically, emotionally, or socially? You mentioned mental health, I think, in the beginning. But
Yes. So we do know that our office don't provide all of the resources. So we are very big on referrals, and we rely on our youth service providers, nonprofits, community partners, as well as internal departments. So we rely on library services for a lot of our different services, Parks and Recreation, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, Clayton County Health District, I Am Alive nonprofit, which focuses on anti-bullying and different things like that, as well as just attending our events for the social aspect as well. So we do rely heavily on all of our partners, all of our community partners and internal departments for some of those resources that we don't provide.
Nice. And I'm gonna put you on the spot here for a brief moment. We partnered together for a youth job fair, career fair.
Yes.
Can you talk about that? That was one of the greatest programs I think that I have witnessed in my time here.
Yes. So we recently did a job fair. We know that prior to our high school students getting out for the summertime, and so everyone is looking for a job. And so we also know that we have to provide those youth with some resources before interviewing for a job. So we had them to submit their resumes. We did some resume etiquette. We did some interviewing tips and just different soft skills to prepare them for their interviewing stage. Once they got that interviewing stage, they got a chance to meet with different departments as well as different businesses who are hiring. So we wanted to ensure that our youth were prepared at every step of the way, leading up to getting an interview as well as succeeding in securing that interview. So we had a great turnout. We had about 50, 60 youth in Clayton County to participate in that. And we will be hosting a blue collar job fair that I'll announce later on.
Okay, nice.
In partnership with your department, Library Services.
There it is. There it is. How can parents and or guardians become more involved with the youth services or just with their youth in general?
Yes. So definitely follow us on our youth services webpage. If you go to Google, just type in Clayton County Office of Youth Services. All of our updates and events and resources are listed on our webpage. Following us on social media to stay informed about upcoming programs, events, and opportunities, as well as encourage your youth to actually participate in our programs. We will be starting a new volunteer initiative launching this year, which will provide opportunities for adults to support our youth programs. So we do know that we work with youth. So we are speaking to attorneys to make sure everything is legit, making sure background checks, orientation, and applications are secured before moving forward with our volunteer program for adults, as well as students who are seeking volunteer hours to meet graduation requirements are encouraged and welcome to attend any of our events and just reach out to get that
Good
service.
Now, at the gala that was held a couple weeks ago to recognize the seniors,
yes,
and some of the other youth commission, there were a lot of accolades. These kids are banging. I mean, full scholarships, full rides to some very prestigious universities, that next step that they're going to. So, in addition to some of those success stories, do you have other stories where young folks who've come through your department or through the commission, or just that you've had a part in touching, and you could expound on some of the success stories of them, the young folks?
Yes, our success is right here in the audience. So I have my youth commission alums here in the audience,
Okay.
as well as, yes,
Good
all of my
morning. Good
alums.
morning.
So we have representatives from Spelman, Xavier, Louisiana, Georgia State University, FAMU University, as well as one of our other ones is going to college this year. So we are excited, and my success is here.
Very nice. Very
Yes.
nice. I wish we could turn the camera around to see, and we may bring you up later and get some pictures, but thank you all so much. Um, it was wonderful to see again the breadth of the opportunities that the young folks who are going through your program are able to receive and benefit from. Um, Full rides to Dartmouth, Columbia, again, some HBCUs, Hampton. Um, it warms the heart. It really does. We get a bad rap a lot of times. There's a lot of negativity around our youth in the county, and this has to balance that out because you're doing such a wonderful job. Thank you so much. And I know you don't do it alone. I know your
Of
staff
course.
is here as well, but
Yes.
wonderful, and kudos for that.
Thank you. And so I don't want anyone to get discouraged from participating in our programs, because it's not about who's the top scholar, because we accept everyone.
Yeah.
So we encourage all youth in Clayton County to participate. And another success story is we allow kids from the court systems to attend our programs as well, because it's open to the entire Clayton County. And so in having those discussions, I'm talking to one of the youth and I asked them, so how was the event? Because we had a mental matters event. And so they said, it wasn't boring. I'm going to come back. And so just to have youth to open up and feel comfortable and feel like they're in a safe space and say, hey, you put on a great program and I would love to come back to more programs and volunteer.
Nice.
So
Very good. So what opportunities with the summer coming up are there for teens? And if anyone has to attend summer school, and I don't want to, it happens, but what's available this summer?
So we are a department under the Clayton County Board of Commissioners office. We are separate from the school, so we don't host all the resources that the schools may have. However, we do have a gun violence awareness walk coming up in partnership with Commissioner Allen and Parks and Recreation on June 13th, which will be held at Gerald Matthews and Lovejoy. We do have a blue collar job fair coming up that I previously mentioned in partnership with Library Services. That will be held on June 23rd. And then we'll be also hosting a paint and vibe event in partnership with Library Services. Again, shout out to this wonderful connection, which will be July 22nd. So we're always looking for resources and ways for you to have fun events, but as well as educational events, and just for them to kind of have an outlet.
Sure.
So we identify what the need is, what they're looking for, and what they want to see in their community and their county. And that is how we start planning our events.
Okay, very nice, very nice. And this is kind of off topic here, but how do you assess or gauge that interest from the teens? Because I know you have your core group, but is there a survey or some other way that you pool a larger group of young folks to see exactly what it is that they're looking for? Because I know at the library, we struggle with the segmented populations at times.
Right.
The seniors, the adults, the teens, the little ones, and how do you market to them and get feedback from them to find out what it is that they want and they need?
Yes. So our youth commissioners serve as a vital part in getting that feedback, because our youth commissioners attend several different schools in Clayton County. So they are the voice and the advocate for their peers at their local schools. And so at each of our events, we have surveys to kind of get feedback on improvements. When we are doing outreach in the community, we kind of ask questions, do the little spin wheel fun games, and ask them, okay, what do you want to see in your community? What is the need? Do you want to have fun? What resources are you looking for? In addition to that, we allow our youth to lead. So majority of our programs are youth led. And so they plan the events based off whatever they see the need is within their community. And so we serve as that resource, standing behind them, making sure they get what they need, but they plan their own events. So when we're having a health and wellness event, or if we're hosting a meet the youth commissioners or any type of event that we have, a voter registration drive, all those are youth led. So we just make sure they get the resources they need to succeed to host their events.
Nice, good. You mentioned a couple of times mental health
Yes.
or mental health aspects. How do you incorporate mental health and wellness into the youth programming?
So with mental health, we are not the experts, so we bring the experts in. So in some of our events, we have brought in the Clayton County Health District. We have brought in Children's Healthcare of Atlanta to lead different sessions for our youth. We also always have library services to kind of set up a table to let them know what resources are available at their local library for those who can't get to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta or those who can't get to the Clayton County Health District to get those resources. We also provide outlets for youth to just speak because sometimes they just want to be heard.
Mhm.
So in all of our programs, we allow them to kind of speak up. We allow our youth to kind of lead some of the sessions, serve as panelists, different things like that. So that's currently what we're doing in reference to mental health, just providing that safe space, that outlet. And then we also don't allow the parents to attend our events.
Really?
So all of our events is led by staff.
Okay. Okay.
And just staff and the youth to provide that safe space and allow our youth to actually open up, because we know sometimes youth don't open up when your parents hovering or in the room, or we know sometimes they change stripes when their parents not there. So just having them to feel comfortable and open up and just have them to share their experiences, and then as well as provide them with resources as well that they can use in their everyday life.
Nice. What advice would you give to young folks who are still looking to find their purpose or still trying to figure it out? Because I know some adults still trying to figure it out, but
Right. So advice I would give them is just to use all the resources that you have. It's so many resources here, whether you go to library services, whether you're looking on social media, take advantage of every resources, whether it's your school counselor, or anything like that, as well as don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone, try something new, meet someone. Because that's a lot of times we have a lot of introverts, and sometimes we have to meet the kids where they are. But sometimes dealing with our programs, our kids get voluntold instead of volunteer. And so they look back and say, well, thank you for pushing us to do that, because I would have never taken advantage of this opportunity, or I would have never known.
Yeah.
So just meeting them where they are, and yes.
meet them where they're good, good. Wrapping up, I only have maybe one or two more questions, but what is your vision for the future of youth development in Clayton County?
Workforce readiness focus. So expanding our professional development opportunities that prepare youth with the essential soft skills again, because we know in the planning of our job fair, one of the skills that the youth listed as experience is being chill. And so we know that that's not that's something you should not put on on your resume. So just still providing more of those soft skill professional developments, including communication, professionalism, financial literacy, and workplace readiness, as well as community collaboration. So strengthening our partnerships with the schools, nonprofits, and community organizations, as well as developing a streamline for internships and volunteer pipeline.
Nice. That's a lot. That's a mouthful, but it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's going to take time, but we got this.
We got it. We got it. And are there any other events? You've listed a couple of events, the Blue Collar Job Fair coming up. Are there any other events that you'd like to highlight before we wrap things up?
I've highlighted our top 3 programs that we have upcoming. We are, as of today, started our coding and AI boot camp for our summer rising 10th through 12th graders that
Okay.
we are enduring, and we are hosting our summer leadership training for our new youth commission candidates, which starts tomorrow. So the Office of Youth Services is booked and busy, but we are always here for our youth and always providing ways for them to grow, lead, and be civically engaged.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, Kim, are there any questions in the audience or any questions submitted online for Ciara? Of course we do.
Good morning. Now, you spoke of the ages. How or what is one of the best ways to attract the out of high school age youth to push them toward finding their purpose?
Oh, that is really a great question because our office focused a lot on the high school age range, but we do service up to age 24. And so we are now, because our team is small but mighty and we are here in the building, we have several programs going on. We have taken a focus on partnering with a lot of different organizations and departments so that we can reach that age group. So that's us doing surveying, seeing what they would like to see within their community, what their needs are, so that we are able to meet those needs or even provide them with some resources. And so I know they mentioned they want to host a game night, they want some job fairs, and just a variety of different things. So just being that listening ear and seeing what they need in order for us to help them and provide those resources and help them find their way.
Yeah. Thank you, Jim. Good question. Can't be.
I think we did a good job.
You covered a lot. You did. You did. Thank you. I was going to say if we could get a testimony from some of the former youth commission who are here representing. Anybody would like to chime in? Don't be shy. Come on, I know you're not. I know. He had it. He had that look in his eye. We connected it.
Come on, Habib. Yep.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That's Auntie Mark. It's the first thing I ever call Auntie. But my name is Habib Rahman. I go to UGA. I'm a fourth year going into my last semester. I study accounting and psychology. And I'll say that the Youth Commission definitely changed my life. I'm a very smart kid. That's how I got into UGA. But without the commission, I don't think I would be there, because before the commission, I was just basically a stat sheet, honestly. Like, I just had a really high GPA, but I wasn't involved in my community. So one of my friends pushed me to join the commission. And after I joined in and we were doing things like learning Robert's Rules of Order, low-key hated that, but it did teach me how my community made decisions. And I still am involved to this day, going to those board meetings, coming to events like this. And we used to host things like voter registrations, Thanksgiving turkey drives. And I used to make all these connections and really tap in with my community, see the people who live here, all the youth that aren't as connected. And I still try to get them connected to this day. And really anyone, well, I guess no one in the audience would be joining the community youth commission. But if anyone who watches this, or if you have kids, like, please keep them involved in the system. Please keep in touch with Miss Ciara. I still do love her. And yeah, I have nothing else but good things to say about the commission, honestly. I did get put on the spot, but
thank you. That's great testimony. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Imani Madison. I am going into my third year at the illustrious David University of Louisiana.
Okay.
I am a chemistry pre-med major. I graduated from Stillwell School of the Arts. And I was in youth commission for 3 years. I think all the 3 years I could have been. And I will say it definitely changed my life. I think being younger, you kind of don't think you're able to have an impact in your community because, oh, you're so young, like there's no space for you. But I think the Youth Commission really changes that narrative and opens up that space for you to have impact in your community. And it definitely has set like a foundation for me moving into college and like working on community outreach projects, joining a sorority, social action, things like that. I kind of don't have as much to say, but all good things.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I thought you were about to drop the mic, because what's been said
and nothing
already
but good things,
man, my goodness. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Miata Harris. I am a upcoming third year at Spelman College, political science major, sociology minor on the pre-law track. And I was in, yes, I was in youth commission for 2 years. I was chair of youth commission my last year. And youth commission really gave me my love for governance and government and getting to know different government officials. It gave me a love for community service and just being able to help out in any way, which brought me into college with that same love and showed me the way to build discipline as well. And I've made so many great friends from youth commission. I talk about it when anybody asks, like, how'd you get here? What made you want to go into politics? What made you want to go into government? I always mention the youth commission. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So impressive. So impressive. We got another one? Don't be shy. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, my name is Gabrielle Wells. I just graduated from Martha Ellis Stillwell, and I am just now starting my journey. But I will say that I had plenty of opportunities here, and I definitely feel like a second family. And like you said, our parents aren't there, so it's like we build just another bond, more sisters, more brothers, moms, And I just want to say that this is definitely pushing me to my next level, and I definitely met many people that I will be able to talk to and communicate with later on in my journey, and it definitely helped a lot. So I enjoyed it.
Well, good looking. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mhm.
So I know we talked a lot about the youth commission, but the Office of Youth Services, one of the stereotypes is we are the Office of the Youth Commission, in which we aren't. We are the Office of Youth Services. So the Youth Commission is our largest program. However, we do offer several other programs. And so one of our programs is we partner with the Clayton County Public School System for their CTAE program. And so we have students take field trips and bus to individual departments to expose them to just different jobs and careers, and just for them to understand a little bit more about the county. So we have them bus over to Parks and Recreation to learn what it takes to maintain a park and just different resources available, such as jobs, through our Parks and Recreation department. We have them bus over to our Office of Resiliency and Sustainability department to do active shooter and stop the bleed training. We have them bus over to our police department to learn more about resources that the police department offer, as well as IT, cybersecurity, taking them through the live E911 center as they're taking calls, and just exposing them to jobs and careers in general, as well as our building and maintenance department learning about different trades. So that is our partnership that we have with the Clayton County Public School Systems. In addition, we have our action meeting, in which we meet with nonprofits and service providers in Clayton County who provide any type of service to youth. And so with that, we kind of partner with the individual service providers to reduce duplicate efforts. And we also know that all of our departments and organizations don't do the same thing. So we also rely heavily on referrals as well. So our action meeting is a really great thing that we're doing in the community, as well as we partner with Clayton State University for our coding and AI bootcamp, as well as cybersecurity. So we do host that program for our rising 10th through 12th graders, and we also host that program for our 18 to 24-year-olds. And so as long as they meet the HUD income requirements, because that program is funded through HUD, they are eligible for the course, and they have to live in Clayton County. And so those classes are taught at Clayton State University, and they get to keep the laptop if they complete the 8-session course. So there are a lot of great things going on in the Clayton County Office of Youth Services, and we are steadily growing, and I can't do it without my amazing team, Ms. Jessica Stanford and Mr. Malcolm Johnson, who is in the audience, and of course, our wonderful youth for always providing us a listening ear, providing us with feedback in order for us to grow and provide resources for our youth.
Wonderful. And how does someone find you or your department?
Yes. So again, we are the Clayton County Office of Youth Services. You can find us on our website. We are on Instagram and Facebook. For Instagram, we are Clayton County Youth Services. For Facebook, we are Clayton County Office of Youth Services.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Any additional questions, testimony? You could have dropped the mic a minute ago, but
I mean, we just steady doing great things. I just thought we just kept going. We was on a great roll.
We are. And so for those in the audience and those listening online, you've heard some of the wonderful things that Ciara is doing in her department, but you've heard directly from the young folks that have been affected by the program. And so don't believe everything you hear, because we just proved it different. So thank you so much. Continue on the journey. Keep doing what you do, doing wonderful things. Malcolm, I haven't met yet, Jessica, but thank you so much for being here today and telling a little bit about your story. And
Thank
what you're
you for
doing.
having me.
Thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, if there are no additional questions, I think we can close out today's episode, and we look forward to this summer. We got something scheduled in July,
Paint and
August. We just doing it. Yeah, doing big things here. Well, wonderful. Well, thank you again for tuning in to Coffee with the Librarian, and we will see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.